Hi, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And
and together we're the Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies. Hey!
Hey, wait. Let me fix my hair, and then let me angle this a little more this way.
Hey, here we are again.
Good morning. We are Edie and Judy, Rainbow Grannies.
We come here Saturday and Sunday morning on YouTube Live and on TikTok Live. So if you see us looking this way, or because we're TikTok Live, both at the same time, we come on Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Why? Why are we all in Rainbow?
Because we're all part of the LGBT plus community.
You okay?
No, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. We're back here. Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. Oh no!
My lip had a leak in it.
You can see. So now, if you're just getting ready for your morning coffee, you see you're in good company because that's what it is. We're just getting ready for the morning. You're not on camera. We are, so you can spill whatever you want to spill on yourself.
I think that way make me a little happier.
Yeah, we could do our sponsorship. Not really sponsorship, but I do have to say we are drinking O&M coffee. Let me bring it up to you.
So anyway, they're not really sponsors because yesterday I actually purchased from them. But they had sent us free samples before, and we tried them, and it was really great.
It's really good.
So good morning, Sweet Marie. And good morning, Music Lady. How you doing? Hey, Amanda Ecker. How you doing?
Diamond's here. Hey. I don't know you, Diamond. Is you new or do I just not remember?
Hi, Diamond.
How y'all? Hey, we're
so
glad
tell
you're
us,
here.
Diamond, are you new or have we seen your name before?
Yeah, good morning.
So good morning, my house.
I was going to say West GM because isn't that Gentleman Quarterly? That's GQ. And I was like, oh, good morning.
Diamond's from TikTok.
Okay.
Hey, Tall Lisa, how you doing? I'm glad to see you today. Let's see, Faye, good morning. How you doing? Yep, we are part of the LGBT plus community.
We are.
And we're working our YouTube and our TikTok. And so we're just kind of giving it a little chance for some more people to find we're out there and come on in. So, right now it feels like, what are you talking about? What are you doing?
On TikTok, my name is RTX
Dinah.
Well, welcome. I like the name Diamond, by the way. Just saying. I do like that name.
Oh, Faye says you're both so pretty. That must not be Faye we know. That's a different Faye because this nice Faye that's on here right now, she told us we both look pretty. And
where you from, Faye?
Yeah. You want to come on over for some coffee and sit here and tell me how pretty I am? Hey, beauty, thank you. Katie, beautiful, thank you. You guys, thank you. Oh, shucks.
Oh, Lisa, I am good, feeling better every day.
That's good. Katie's in Pittsburgh. Then why aren't we sitting at Panera Bread right now eating muffins, Katie?
And Wesley doing double duty, Wesley. Good morning.
So is Diamond.
Yeah, and Diamond is too. Oh, how cool.
Let's see. I love my OGs. That's us, the original grannies. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I am trying to, Wesley. Hey.
Let's see. Why aren't we hanging? My wife would love a Panera trip. I know that's right. Well, make sure you send us a message. We'll see what we can do. We'll meet up at Panera one day. So thanks, Barb, for being a new follower. Hey, Rhonda, good morning to you too. Let's see. The one and only Michael Cat. Hey, Michael Cat.
Let's see. I've seen a lot of nice comments on here.
I love your beautiful silver hair. You must be talking about mine, huh?
Yeah. Mine brown.
All the way down.
We need people like y'all. Thank you, one and only. And Rhonda, good morning, ladies. And top 40. Pride is about being free and knowing who you are. This is true. And it also gets easier the older you get. I mean, in my case, they just put like
cowboy hats and mustaches on us.
It gets easier. With pride, for me at least.
Go ahead, keep talking.
It gets easier the older I am. Like being over 60 is the easiest it's ever been.
Well, I often say.
What do you often say?
I often say, under 5 and over 50, You can wear whatever the hell you want to.
Nobody gonna bother.
You know, who cares what they say? You know, who cares?
So I remember being in my 20s and my friends and I would talk about the old women who would always walk arm in arm and say, you know, when you're that old, you can get away with walking arm in arm, and they don't know if you're lovers or not.
Or you're just helping each other down
That's
off the
right.
sidewalk.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Teresa, hey ladies, I used to live in Carnegie.
Oh, right.
And let me give a shout out to the theater
we're
Off the
from
Wall in
Pittsburgh.
Carnegie. So Carnegie is across the, it's across the river from Pittsburgh. I know a lot of Pittsburghers just don't like to cross the rivers, and we got 3 of them. But if you do and you like theater, Off the Wall Theater produces a lot of really off the wall theater.
Wait,
really good plays. Yes.
Kinky Swap is this person's name. Kinky Swap just came in here and
Kinky
said,
Swap?
yeah, they're from New York. Hey, Kinky
Ooh,
Swap.
hey.
You know, don't put it all out there at once. You want to kind of like leave some of it a mystery. Let's see, just stop by to say good morning. Okay. There we go. Let's see. I wore a sleeveless shirt yesterday and rocked my wings.
Ooh, there you go, tall Lisa.
Uh-oh, kisses. We get all those gifts given on TikTok, so we give kisses. What we're going to talk about today, one of the things we're going to talk about today is, for one, I want to let anybody know that's new in here that just popped in, is I'm Edie.
And I'm Judy.
And together we're the Rainbow Grannies.
Yeah.
We support the LGBT plus community. We are part of the LGBT plus community. So what we do is, if we can, we leave out any kind of politics, and we leave out religion. The only politics we share in, I don't know why I'm talking like what's his name, but
if it has to do with the LGBTQ plus community, like when we've seen Kamala Harris in the Pride Parade in San Francisco with a rainbow jacket, we might show you that picture. But otherwise, we don't talk about politics.
No, because we all know where we are. You know, I mean, the truth of it is, we don't even have to talk about it. I mean, you can look at our colors and say where we are. I mean, but it's okay.
Ooh, we're getting kinky.
I don't know.
I put on lace last night.
Okay, top 40 says, I put on lace last night and went out and felt so free. And
forgot about my job. Well,
so what is your job?
You got to dress up and have some fun.
Wow.
I've seen lots of kisses I'm supposed to get.
I want to find out where they got dressed up and went out to. And I'm just like, Kinky Swap. Hey. Ooh.
2 birds just hit our front window. They must have been
I can't wait to watch the replay of me. You know? Oh my God.
I've always seen 1 bird, but these were 2 birds. I think they were, I think they were busy and they weren't paying attention to where they were going.
They was getting a freak on?
I think so.
You would think maybe they were just talking about getting a freak on, because I don't think they do it and fly.
Well,
anybody else know?
They must have been floating with each other really hard because they lost track of where they were.
Yeah, they were. They flew right. Oh, you heard it? Thank God we spent a little money on them windows. When they say double pane, no wonder. Look, Paulo the cat ran right over there to sit there, and he's like, "Okay, do it again, do it again."
I get you guys this time.
Let's see, I get it.
And here, yeah. Olivia. Hey, Olivia. Good morning on YouTube.
Oh, we always encourage voting. Everybody knows we're all about it. You know. Let's see. Oh wow, they all heard it. That's because it's so quiet in this house. You could hear an ant fart.
Top 40 works at a home realtor.
Yeah.
Okay, and last night she was able to go out and get her freak on and have a good time and feel free. I wish more grandmas talked like you two.
What? About birds doing the do as they smack into the window?
And somebody asked how long we've been together. So yeah, we met 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah, it grows every other weekend. Mm-hmm. Like it's actually been about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I think.
We have to wait till Facebook tells us when we became friends.
Right. But we got married 3 years ago. It'll be
Mhm.
3 years ago in November 20th. If anybody wants to keep that in mind, we do have a post office box.
I'm glad Edie keeps saying November 20th because I don't remember the date. I remember it was Light Up Night in Pittsburgh.
That's
And
the
I
only
thought
reason
that's
I
how
can
we were going to
remember.
remember it because Edie never remembered dates either until
No,
now.
no. But
Now you
light up
remember
night.
dates.
Right. Good morning, ladies. Have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you very much, Crystal. Let's see. Lamora, glad to see you're back. We had a great little camping trip, and that's part of what we're going to talk about a little bit this morning here. You know,
Right.
while we were there, you want to tell a little bit about
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
who
were,
started the festival? And oh wait,
yeah.
can I get some advice? You sure can, Top. what what are you
I
like to
mean,
ask?
I'm encouraged by you. I mean, do I have a lace top I can put on
You
and
did.
go
I
out in
don't
the
know.
town?
I don't know if you do anymore,
Yes.
but you could try
And
it on. I'll pick you up one if it means,
good
if you want to
morning
try it
from
on.
New Hampshire. Okay, top 40. What's your question? And in the meantime,
How
oh,
do
here.
you know if I found the right one? Oh, when you realize it's the wrong. That's the only time.
When you never realize it's the wrong one, then you know it's the right one.
Yeah, yeah. If one day all of a sudden you're like, then you realize this is not the right one. Yeah, I would love to be able to tell you. I mean, just because we got 120 years of history between us, behind us, that's exactly what it is, a history. I wasn't lucky enough to find Judy as my first love. She's a little bit later down the road. So
Sometimes the right one is after we grow after a few of the wrong ones.
right. Once you mature and realize that some of the things that were so important before are not that important anymore, and that you can suffer with spaghetti on Thursday instead of on Tuesday. These kind of things are just, you realize that it's the big stuff that counts. Like, I don't know, do they claw your legs like down to the bone at night when without cutting their toenails? Is that what it is? Like, all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and your toes or your legs are bleeding, because the toenails were so
But
strong.
that,
Those things are bad.
but
That's a deal breaker.
well, you couldn't just ask them to clip their nails because
You
you're
shouldn't
doing
have
that.
to ask them these. When you get to be our age, these are things you should know on
You
your
should
own.
already learn by
Yeah,
now.
you should have shredded history.
So if you haven't learned it by now, then you're never gonna.
No,
But you might just
no.
be able to do separate bedrooms.
But you know what else? No, then why? Why? But anyway, I
Hey, every I don't know 5 weeks or so, we probably look at each other and say, "You the right one," and
uh,
then we think about it. It's like, yeah,
yeah, this'll
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Let's see. I also learned to choose your battles. Isn't that the
Oh
right way,
yeah,
Wesley? You know?
yeah. And Wesley, on here, it is strange that on my tablet you are in opposite feeding from TikTok on my phone.
Yeah,
And
that's the
AJ
same
is
thing we are
here,
on ours too.
right? AJ is here. Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning, AJ.
I find it fascinating when you do double duty doing TikTok and YouTube, so that you're kind of joining us in that it's not easy.
Yeah, I forget there was something I was going to tell you. What was we talking about?
How you
Uh,
know when you find the right one?
oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, not to be too funny, but I mean, if we knew that, we'd probably write a book,
That's true.
and
If
make a
we knew
million.
that, we could patent it and get
Yeah,
rich.
yeah. CBS would have picked us up, or NBC. They'd be cutting our show into the Olympics, talking about, guess what?
What?
We found these two ladies that know the truth to the truth, the secrets to all secrets. Is it right or is it wrong? Is he the one? Is she the one for you?
But you know what? If we had the answer to that, I mean, they'd get rid of us and shut us up because, you know,
Oh, yeah.
the dating apps would all go down the tubes. The all those TV shows of dating and meeting people on TV shows would go down the tubes. Because it's kind of like if you found a cure for the common cold, the pharmacy companies would go out of business. All the records, all the songs, all the heartbreaking songs, and I found my new love. Nope, I didn't.
Here, I'll be
Ah,
right back. Don't let
so
my butt hang out.
yeah, Edie will be right back. Though every couple argues, but learn to talk it out. Okay, and Rena thing, my friend and I grow together and been friends for 35 years. We always talk about growing together. And we do. I mean, yeah, Edie and I, we know a lot now that we've learned, but we're still learning with each other.
Yeah.
Because we're human and we're not machines. We're not robots. We're human.
So
So
I was
yeah.
so you guys, most of you guys know that I joined a senior group since I haven't been working. So I've been going down every Wednesday and having coffee with these seniors. And they're a senior gay group, which is really a lot of fun because you get a bunch of old people together that have a whole bunch of history, a whole bunch of gay history. Sometimes it can be pretty funny, the stuff they talk about. And guess what? We all grown folks. We all grown. Ain't nobody up in there, baby. Everybody knows that we can usually always handle whatever somebody got to say, and we laugh. I also do want to mention thank you very much, moderators, for staying on top of things. We don't do politics in here, and we don't do religion. We're not lucky enough. We have some really nice moderators that watch for us and make you disappear. But guess what? You only cannot type anymore. You have to sit there and get to listen to the joys of what a good time Edie and Judy are having, right? So I saw one of my old friends from the senior group.
Yep.
She came in yesterday. Her name's Rhea. And she came in yesterday, and it was so funny because, usually I'll give people sometimes a hard time when they don't have like a real name.
Right.
Like numbers and stuff.
And
Because sometimes that's spammers
Yeah.
and evil people that do
Right,
that,
right.
But I do realize sometimes it's people like us that take a few days or so to figure out how to type yourself in a name.
Yeah,
So,
especially if you're over a certain age. It really takes
right,
time
it can
to
be
learn.
difficult. So when she texted me yesterday and let me know what her name was on here, and I thought it was so funny. She called herself Senior Banana Girl, I think it is. And Senior Banana, are you there? Because she was at the senior group and she got ready to eat a banana sitting there at the table with us all. And boy, did we give her a little ornery time. She had her nerve to ask me later, was I too ornery?
Too ornery
Yeah,
for this
with
group.
banana? And I'm like,
Senior banana lady.
no, not at all. They're all pretty grown. If they can't handle watching you eat a banana, then shame on them. I am biting it.
Bite it. No, and all the guys are saying, no, don't bite it.
So yesterday, when I was in the grocery store, well, no, Judy went and bought the bananas. But when she came home and we ran down the grocery store, I told her, I said, if senior banana girl comes on today, I'm gonna eat a banana. We're gonna eat a banana. Marry me. You don't want me to marry you. You talk about a grump. I can be a grump.
So user 808, she's back getting a kick out of it because we said, acknowledge how it sometimes takes a while to figure out how to put our own fun name on there.
Yeah.
User 808.
Fun, yeah. Figure out yourself, user number. Figure out a fun name. And that way it can help us.
But you do have a photo on there, which is good. It's just that it will be really hard to remember user 808. I did it on purpose now in case I didn't see your name scroll up when I wanted to mention it. Oh, I get a kiss. We got a rose.
So part of what we were going to talk about was.
Oh, let me see this. Kelly, hey friend, hubby still asleep, so watching on silent and in the comments.
All right.
So want to give a shout out to our moderators because somebody already asked the moderator to make him disappear instead of making himself disappear. Our moderators are on it. Want to thank you because they keep the evil people away so we can have fun.
Right.
Yeah. And as Edie always said, the evil people who want to just like knock us because we're queer, they really want to learn and draw attention to themselves. So this way they can't say their stupid crap.
But you really, you know what's funny though? There may be only like 30 or so people typing, and the other 60 people are sitting in the background trying to learn. Just learning, having a good time, listening to us and everything.
Poof, she stayed thick on.
Magic. This used to be like a magic wand, huh? Banana lady. Was this like a magic wand?
And Michael saying, your life is your life, love. Michael, are you from the UK? Hi, pretties. Good morning. Already scrolled up. There's so many comments going on here.
Yeah, good morning, beauties. No, Cordy. Okay.
And good
I
morning. I
love
love
both
your
your glasses.
energy.
Thank
Love your
you.
glass. Oh, both your
Wand, all
glasses.
right. It was a magic wand. Let's see. Good morning. Where do you ladies live? We live in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Michael, okay, you're in New York. All
Nana's
right,
in
Nana is
Ohio.
Ohio. Good morning. You just came across on my for-you page.
Then
That's
you
cool.
today is your lucky day. You have hit the jackpot. You know?
And I saw somebody here earlier said um, that their birthday's on August 11th, and that's when my birthday is too, and it's on a Sunday this year. So
Well, you
come
know
and
what?
be sure to come and join us on Sunday,
Make
August
sure you wear
11th.
your birthday suit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get me some coffee.
you're gonna go get some coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things we did say we were going to talk about was the camping trip we went on. It wasn't just the. Uh oh, blow me kisses, Edie. We got some more gifts. Thank you. So we were on a camping trip, but it was a music festival, the lesbian music women music festival, I should say, and it was called Big Mouth Girl, and it was produced by Nedra Johnson.
Nedra Johnson.
Johnson, right? So it was just a week of being in the woods in Michigan. The way this festival started was like a thousand women there, 50 kids there. The way this festival started was, more than 40 years ago. Lisa Vogel and crew started to have, decided to have a women's music festival, and they ran it for 40 years. I mean, they knew nothing of what they were doing when they started it. But the reason they started it was that they were working class, living in Michigan, and had to power into a car and drive all the way to Boston for a women's music festival. And they thought, why don't we just have one right here? And so they did. And they grew and grew and grew and ran it for 40 years. And then, she retired, shut it down. And so now people like Nedra are producing festivals on the land. And so this was our first time back since the Michigan Festival closed out, and it was just amazing. Amazing. So I wanted to say that Lisa Vogel was there, and Lisa Vogel wrote a book about the 40 years of festival she did. The book is called We Can Live Like This. So, of course, I had to go and buy the book. We Can Live Like This, right? So, what I want to say is that for anybody who's not familiar with these women's music festivals, the thing that was different about the Michigan one is that Lisa Vogel and crew, with all the women from all over the world who came, actually created a community, actually created a new way of living. And we would be there for 1 week, female centric, a new way of living. And so when we go back out into the world, we could spread the good vibes. And yeah, so I will come back to this every now and then about the festival and Lisa's book
Oh yeah, because that was like
because
a
it was
highlight of our year this
uh,
year. We hadn't
yeah,
gone back in a few years and everything. And it was just really nice.
yeah. So, but let me say, she started the festival in 1970s. To give anybody who doesn't remember, 1970s, we couldn't even get a credit card in our name. Okay, life was really different for women in the 1970s and 1980s. The way we would get a credit card is, I had a girlfriend who had been married to a man, and so he had a credit card, put her name on it, and she could apply for another credit card company with her name. So when they split up and she met me and said, hey, do you want a credit card in your name? And I said, well, sure. She said, okay, I'll put your name on my card, and then you go and apply for a different credit card with your name, and they'll see you have good credit. And that was the kind of way that we had to do things. So this is all coming up to something like Lisa Vogel starting this festival in the 1970s. They had a sound system all set up, a company that was going to come in and do the sound system for the first festival. And then he heard it was all women. He said, nope, I'm not doing it. That was the prejudice. They didn't care that they had money like everybody else, right? So everything they did to make one festival happen took a whole lot of chutzpah. So
Yes.
they needed tents. So they found out if they were reservists in the army, they could go and buddy up with all the commanders and lieutenants and everybody and borrow whatever they needed. So they said, hey, they found out their name, said, hey, so-and-so told me to come to you. And for 3 years, that's how they got their equipment, their tents and water and whatever they needed. They needed to build a stage. They had no money for the wood. So they went to a lumberyard and say, hey, how about if you rent it to us, $1 per piece of wood, we'll just put 2 nails in it, we'll take the nails out and return it, nobody will be the wiser. Okay, these are the things they did. So the book isn't really about the music they had performed there. It's about how they built a community there.
Well, so far you're
Yeah.
into it.
And I know some folks that told us they already, read the book, they're almost done with it. I'm only a few chapters in. So there will be more.
And she was telling me she was loving
Yeah.
it, that it was a nice read. You know how some books you just kind of suffer through, and of course she wanted to read this because she had attended the festival probably like 30 years
Yeah,
or
for
so,
30 years. So.
and brought her little girl. They started when her little girl was 2 years old, and attended this festival and stuff. So she's familiar with watching the land grow and watching how nice it got and everything. So when Lisa was selling a book this last time we were there, Judy lined up with the rest of the ladies to get a book.
Right.
And what I was sitting on a chair over in the corner there, and I thought this was very, very nice of Lisa. Lisa, they were selling the books and Lisa was signing the books.
Right.
And
so normally they would just put, to Judy, love Lisa, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't want it to Judy. I gave her a different name. I wanted to surprise Edie. And I said, this book is for Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
Yeah.
That's my wife over there, Edie. Go ahead, talk.
And then next thing you know, I look over and Lisa jumps up and runs. Thank God she didn't like wipe out on them tree roots. Runs and jumps over and I stood up and she gave me a big hug and, just a congratulations and just being nice.
So yes. And I mean, okay, Lisa's 60 years old. She could jump up and run down like that. It's like, this is a dyke. This is a dyke. This is her. She's so nice and sweet. So here's the other thing. We go over to the festival this year, and I've been so drenched in this society where, okay, you start work at this time, be there at work. Okay, you do this at this time, do that, and everything's on like, be on schedule. And we go there, and it's like, well, she'll be here sometime after 3 to sign books. And I had to get my head around it. It took me a few days to like, relax. Just relax. We're not going anywhere. So what was the big deal why I'm starting out with the infrastructure, how she built the festival, is because this is how my daughter grew up at 2 years old and on, where, women weren't electricians, they weren't plumbers, they weren't, we didn't see this in everyday society. My daughter grew up seeing women doing stuff. Here, let me give you a close-up of a picture. It's my favorite picture in the book. Women building. Women just, yeah, you may all say, oh yeah, that's every day now. Wasn't in the 1970s every day.
She was checking them out too.
Did you hear, right? Edie was checking out the bushes at the festival. Who did I check out everybody.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate.
She don't discriminate
either. I like the family.
And that's what makes it kind of fun with us too. We're able. Somebody was just asking, was Edie checking? They heard I was checking out the butches at the festival because I told the story about where I fell down and was saved by all the butches that fell out of the trees and everything. Right. But
I'm sure you can find the book on Amazon. Somebody asked, look up Lisa Vogel or look up We Can Live Like This. I'll type in the book on
Here, wait,
TikTok.
can you read what she wrote to us too before we put the book down?
I can do that. She wrote, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, bless you for carrying the love of our community online and being of service to all of us. Lisa Vogel.
Thank you, Lisa Vogel.
Thank you, Lisa. If you come and look, thank you for all the years and great stuff you've done and keep doing. Look at your legacy.
Yep. Thank you very much. Now, I did message her and let her know that we were putting this on.
Yeah.
And that if she didn't get up this early, which I do realize that it would play later on YouTube and she'd have the opportunity to watch it then. Because our YouTube channel over there on TikTok is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. So make sure you follow us on there too. If you follow us this morning and the longer you watch and the more gifts you send, it shows up on my thing. I'm not telling you to send gifts. I'm just saying when you do, TikTok has this thing where it sends it to me and lets me know that you did. So those people show up at the top of the list and some people I don't get to see.
So I'm going to type in here the name of the book and the author. We can.
So what was I going to tell you guys? Anyway, yes, I did mess around checking out the butches, but I also check out the femmes. And that's what we were talking about too. This is more of the LGBT stuff we were talking about. I'm very flexible and versatile. I'll butch it up today and I'll femme it up tomorrow. with that was one of the things I used to say was one of my favorite things about Judy. She allowed me to be me,
I love watching you be you.
and so when we first started dating, it was nothing for me to get ready and put on a dress shirt and a jacket and a tie and feel really good. I remember the last one I really liked was when we went to what's her name's wedding. Remember that suit? That was so nice. I felt so good in it. But that was about 50 pounds lighter, at least.
Yeah, and the festival. So, we did a good service at the festival too. We met a friend of mine hadn't seen for years and years and years, right? Because she had moved out of Pittsburgh a long time ago, and she was there. And she's kind of, had a breakup, 7 years ago or something?
At least.
Hadn't really.
She said she did have relations
Right,
with someone since
everybody
then.
needs to be touched.
But
and be encouraged to get the groove on.
Yeah.
So Edie and I, helped her.
So Judy started on one arm, and I started on the other, and we worked it. Went up her arms all the way up to her neck, and did a couple kisses, right?
And now we see her there on the Facebook. Is it on the big mouth girl?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
She's letting folks know exactly who she's looking for.
Yeah.
What color eyes.
But
somebody she saw.
I thought it was pretty interesting I had never, and I mean, you guys, I don't know how many of you participate and what you participate, because I'm all about, God, have a good time. But I've never participated in a threesome. And so,
but now you felt like you did.
Yeah, so when I was finished kissing her neck and her arms and stuff, and Judy was on the other side kissing her neck and her arms and stuff, and if by chance TikTok throws us in jail, we'll be at Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube. Because TikTok will throw us in jail. I have to be real careful what I talk about, how I talk. So after we had went on up and worked the ears and down around the neck and all that kind of stuff, I told her, I says, wow, I've never had a threesome before. And she said, I have, and this was the best one I ever had. And I was just like, I actually made me blush. See, that's twice I blushed. They got me blushing the other day at the senior thing.
Oh,
they made me blush so bad. I shut up
and
I was sitting there and I can't. Oh, I think it was your friend Barb. Yeah. She said something about how would you say the word in TikTok let you get away with it? I'll just say it, and if we end up in TikTok jail, I guess that's what it is, huh?
No, okay.
No, I better not. No. Anyway, it had to do with yeah. It was a
yeah.
How you say that?
What about it? But what she say about it?
She just said it, and just saying it was enough for me. She said it about
it goes on mentioning certain toys that non-children play with.
Oh my God!
And just mentioning it made Edie blush, and that's why Senior Banana Lady wondered too, right? Because it does make people blush. It makes. It's not that the festival that you're raunchy. The festival, we're like sexy and embracing just the love and passion we've got for everybody. Right. It's all in good humor, good cheer, with great respect. I mean, all those butchies. He did blush.
I blushed and got quiet.
Said, yes, she blushed.
I did.
Hey, Gail,
I
good morning, Gail.
And it's really hard because Gail, I sent you a message yesterday on Facebook. I wanted to know if you were going to that Weirton festival. I believe Weirton had their gay pride yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we could have been there too, huh? Our family, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good too.
Hey, Stacia, how you doing? Thank you very much.
There'll be more festivals.
Oh yeah,
we got
unless they got some good free stuff. I'm pretty festivaled out this year.
Some people have festivals in September, so I guess it's too hot in the summer.
I want to get an invitation though. I did post those 2 pictures from us in the newspaper on Facebook this year. I want like an official invitation. I want one of the mayors from the community or something to send us a letter inviting Rainbow Grannies to be at their festival. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
that's what you want.
Yeah, I want to be in the
Okay.
parade.
You want to be in the
I want
parade?
I want us to be sitting in the back of the pickup truck riding, saying, Happy Pride,
Yeah. Next year we get to do that. Okay, somebody figured
throwing
out.
condoms.
No,
Uh-oh.
you're trying so hard to get not going to TikTok's jail. So somebody just told us how to talk about what you want to talk about. If they spell no parts backwards.
Yeah.
There we go. So I had something I was going to say. Now I can't remember. We're talking about their pride, and we're talking
Oh,
about family, and we're talking.
no
Yes, it
part.
took you a while, huh?
Yeah, it did. I
It
don't
took me a
want
while
to. See,
too.
look, it made me blush.
See?
Every time I just reading it. Oh, my God, I feel it. Oh,
Oh, Gail missed the pride also. She went to a class reunion.
oh, boy. Well, how was that, Gail?
I
How'd your
bet
gay
that.
self do at that class reunion?
So Wesley thinks now the mayor will send us an invite next year.
I hope so. The mayor from Connellsville was supposed to send us T-shirts, and I didn't get mine. Did you get
Did we
yours?
give him an address?
Yes.
Yeah. Took care of all that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You both need husbands.
Why,
Oh, no, we don't. Judy carries the
I take
garbage
the
out for
garbage
me.
out.
She does the litter box.
And we can do that. What's that Hey Dude app thing when we need somebody to help us carry the heavy stuff?
Oh yeah. I forget what that app is, but when that guy came, he helped carry the table in. That was real nice of him. No, we don't need one of them. Let's see, but we could use probably, I don't know. What do we need? Oh, we do have a cleaning service that comes. Two real nice gay guys. They come and they clean the house real nice and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can you figure out what else we need one of them for? Huh. Well, the mini's down in the garage. I could use somebody to help push it out right now and work on it. So I'd probably get married for a half a day if that meant fix my car.
Well, the thing is, you had all those bushes come out of the trees for you.
I didn't even mention about I had a car that needed fixed, huh?
No.
I was taking.
They would have been there. You got the mechanic there.
Yeah.
They'd have been there. They'd have taken care of you. Especially for Minnie.
Anyway.
You'd give him a ride in it when you're done.
Anyway. Let's
Are
see.
they cute? Oh, who cute, Wesley? What were we talking about? Gail
he's talking about the cute gay guys that come. Yes.
Oh.
They are both very cute,
yes,
and they're real good too. They split up, and like one does the kitchen. They both do the bedroom, and they make the bed and everything, and run the sweeper, and they do the bathrooms upstairs real nice. And then one comes and does the kitchen, the other one does the rest of this part, and then they go downstairs. I mean, they're just really, and they're funny, fast.
And they're funny.
Mm-hmm. And they're handsome. I mean, at least if they come here to work, they're not like, they smell nice, and you know what I mean.
You get that close to them.
Well, they don't smell bad.
Okay.
So they must smell nice.
Just want to clear it for Wesley. He's like, what, really?
It smells like that one cleaner. They smell like the vinegar.
Hey, Candy's from Mississippi.
How are you two beautiful ladies doing today? We're doing pretty good.
Hey, Shannon.
I want to thank you all for joining us and hanging out with us. I appreciate all the gifts you send. When you send all those gifts and, the hats and the little puppies that run around and stuff. I love that because, that puts money into the account that TikTok sends us.
Oh yeah. Somebody was here and didn't see us at Pride this year. Yeah, we were out of town for the Pittsburgh Pride, but we made some of the smaller ones.
I think I'm having a hot flash.
You're having a hot flash, huh?
It's getting awful hot up in here.
Thinking about those gay guys for you, Wesley.
He kisses me. They are really cute. They were just talking about they just went on a cruise not too long ago. And they're going on one
get paid for their work.
And so I was thinking, we've never really been on a cruise. We've been a lot of different places, but we've never been on a cruise. And I'd like to go on a cruise. And the guy was telling me, how I could save up in order to make this happen, right?
How much do you think we would save if everybody on TikTok came with us on a cruise?
That would be nice. We'd probably get to go free if they all
probably
went.
Would.
So he said to save up for it and everything like that. And I thought, if we didn't have a cleaning crew come, that would save up for it.
But you know what? Because we have a cleaning crew come, we have time to go.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, they do make it very, very nice.
We haven't goes on a cruise every year.
Well, what we were looking at, the ones they go on are not really that expensive. It's only like $600, They were paying $6 each, but I saw where we can get by even a lot cheaper than that, and we don't drink, so.
So then it really cuts down.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you're saying something, Sweet Marie's saying it should be seasick, but what I'm wondering, and you asked them if they get seasick, like do they have to take medication so they don't get motion sickness? What did they say?
Well, the one guy, I think they both put them patches on right behind their ears.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cruises are very reasonable. Yeah. So I still like to do. I like to do a Caribbean cruise like this with you just because, we go there and it's vacation and it's nice and sun and beaches and ocean.
Yeah.
But I would also like to do things like an Olivia cruise to some of these exotic places that we would never travel to.
Right. Has anybody ever gone on any of those Olivia cruises? Those are the gay ones. Anybody ever gone on a gay cruise? Even any of you guys out there, have you ever gone on like a gay cruise?
Because I know that the gay cruises or Olivia cruises are more expensive than the other ones. I figure because there's not as much of a population. But, and Edie's pretty sure if we went on a regular cruise now, it's like they don't care if people were gay on there. It's like it doesn't matter. And, because comedians were always infamous for doing, slamming gays in their jokes and stuff like that.
But
Maybe
the world
they don't
is
do that
different now,
anymore.
and our money is green.
That's true.
Even if it was rainbow, they'd take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
It's fun, but I can tell you those neck kisses would lead to much more.
Oh, maybe they're talking about the threesome.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
I
about.
thought you were talking about the cruise. Never been on a cruise, period. But see, nobody here is. Let's see. I could go on a gay cruise, but
not a hetero one.
Oh, hey Tracy, good to see you too, Tracy. One of our friends from the senior group is on here right now. Senior Banana Lady. Let's see, Edie, are you planning to go to the all-class Bel Air reunion? I don't think so. We went last year to their reunion. Yeah. I think if I see them, well, if it's honestly, if it's an election year, I really can't do this. Oh. I think if we live long enough to be able to go in the next 4 years when they have that fifth one again, it'll be my 50th reunion. Then I'll go. Look at me. If we live long enough then I'll go for that one.
That's a very sad statement.
Not really, man. People be dropping like flies.
The truth is, Edie has lost many friends recently, all in her age group, and it is shocking for me.
Yeah, it is. There for a while, they was dropping like flies. Every time I turn around, the phone was ringing, or I'd see it on Facebook. But I don't want to go to the class reunion right now.
So Sean is saying we're about to go on a cruise, so I'll let you know when we get back. We go in September. Okay, that would be really cool to know what cruise and how it was. And Tracy, I'm always up for camping. Let's plan something. We can get a group site or cabin. Tracy, you know what? If you love camping, go to one of these festivals, women's music festivals. Man, if you haven't been to one, you will never be the same again.
It would have been nice to have you with us last week.
Yeah.
Because, we had it down pretty good. We had packed really nice food, so all we had to do was heat it up. And I'd say our most uncomfortable part, though, was our sleeping arrangements. We got those cots. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was really, really bad.
Well, so what if we had the cot and did get a mattress, a blow-up mattress on it? Would that be better? Is it the sleeping, or is it also crawling in and out of the tent?
Maybe that was hard too. But maybe we should open those cots up, lay them side by side in the garage. And we should do all this on camera too. It should be like one of our YouTube videos showing how to make a queen size bed out of 2 cots camping. Right. So we should open them up in the garage like that, side by side, and then blow up the air mattress. But this time we will use the pump instead of. Your turn. And that's pretty much how it was.
Tracy says, I've gone to clothing optional camping, but not women's music festivals. I'm game. All right.
Hey, Tracy, how about we camp out here today?
We have to open up our tents and make sure to dry them out and everything.
Come on over and, clothing optional.
We got the wood back here,
Wait. Clothing optional. Just come on over and we'll just set up the campsite. I'll put some music on.
Yeah, got
You
lots of
can,
women's music here to put
yeah,
on.
yeah. We can all sit there with a guitar and a
That's right, a
drum.
drum, do some drumming.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
bet you I could drum and play the guitar.
Yeah. Oh, Trace saying getting wet stuff dried. No joke. I know. We got to get it out and get it dried so it doesn't get all mildew. We got nice tents. We don't want to mess this up.
Look,
Come test the bag.
no, but really being serious, Tracy, I want to apologize
Oh,
because
okay.
if we were making Tracy feel uncomfortable,
Oh, you think so?
maybe.
I don't know. I see what Tracy's typing on here. I don't know. Bucket drum corps. I don't think Tracy's even blushing.
I am.
That's you. You're blushing.
Okay, but anyway, we should like fold those out and blow that up like that and lay down on it and see if it feels better.
Tracy,
Then we'll know.
Tracy said you have to try a lot harder to make me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, please don't tell me that. You know, we try so
now
hard.
You gave Edie a challenge.
Now we try so hard not to end up in TikTok jail again. You know, you're just trying to get me there.
I'm gonna get a refill. You want a refill? Anybody else need a refill?
I could probably use put a little head on this. You know, when people have beer, why do they call the top of beer a head? You know how like they say put a head on my beer?
And it's all foamy.
Why do people want a head on their beer? I thought people don't like beer with foam.
I know.
So what do you think, huh? Is that
New York Bull 83? We gotta meet you. So now New York Bull, for all you folks on YouTube, is saying time to pull out the no parts.
Hey guys, did you New York boy? It's boy. New York boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm sorry.
New York boy suggested that we spell no parts backwards so that
we don't go into TikTok jail.
Yeah, so that everybody would know why I was blushing so bad when we were at the senior meeting the other day because of what one of the ladies said, and it was just like, whoa! But she was only talking about certain things she thought she might get to see if she was at the Michigan Festival, you know, and I didn't really see any of that. But that doesn't mean it wasn't there because
that's right.
I went to bed early. You know,
and
I loved
people being kind of mindful because of where they are, because there are kids and stuff there too.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there are areas where you can. But anyway,
where you can get the funk on.
Yes,
you can get your freak on.
That's it. Break it down. I want coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got me sitting here. Let's see, Tracy. That wasn't my question though.
Topping off the beer now. They let you know what that means.
Okay, they tell me what topping off the beer means, or putting a head on the beer. It's topping. Now you act like I never seen a beer before. Yeah, I see that where they put a head on the beer, but I don't know why, because nobody really likes foam on the beer, I don't think. Let's see, meet us in Erie when we pass through. We will have to stop at Eaton Park for cookies. You know, those are some of the nastiest cookies you could have is Eaton Park cookies. But I love sugar so much that I will eat Eaton Park cookies and talk about them the same time I'm eating them. How about the rest of you? Be eating up Eaton Park cookie talking about, you know, these cookies just ain't no good. They really need to add a little butter and a little sugar to them. Everything with it. You know what? I never thought about when I know everybody thinks I'm crazy. When we eat Eaton Park cookies, we should probably just warm them a little in the microwave and put some butter on top of them. Judy, she got new hearing aids, but she can't hear me. Hi, Mariah. Thank you very much for the new follows. Look, I'm getting all these prizes or treats or tricks from everybody, and I don't have anybody here to kiss. Thank you very much. Judy, get me a fresh cup of coffee here.
Hey, Bell.
So,
hey, Paula.
I was laying in bed last night.
I have to tell you something before we start.
That's good.
The 2 coffee cups. I have the 2 coffee cups, and I want to make sure which one's yours, which one's mine. Yours is the one that's warm because you are so hot. Even your coffee mug stays hot. So, there we go. Let's see. Gail says, I'm on my way to camp.
Camping to me
is air conditioning and room service.
Yeah. Yeah, but I tell you, I love some of the. We've been getting like cabins and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and like little cottage houses right on the water. Anything that involves being close to the water,
Oh
Tracy,
yeah.
I'm up for it. And
Oh
it doesn't
yeah.
have to be big and fancy because I'm not all about that neither. It's just that the hardest part is every time we rent a cabin or one of them little cottages or something, they always have that sulfur water. And the water, I can't stand the smell of the water. I tell you, I probably smell better sweaty than after you take a shower in that sulfur water. Does anybody live in a house where you have it all the time and you just look at all
And
the
how do you
roses?
deal with it? But I have to say though, the wonderful birthday Edie took me on for my birthday, it was Macbeth Cabins up in Cook Forest area, Allegheny Mountains. It was great because the cabin was right there on the river. The river was really low, shallow, just ankle high. We could go in and put our chairs in there and sit in the water with our feet in the water
It was
and
beautiful.
look at the tiny little fish swimming around. And I wanted a vacation, for my birthday. I wanted to go someplace where we could just completely relax and chill. And that's what Edie found. And it was real cool. And then it was right near, my favorite place to go for horseback riding. So we was able to do that.
But you know what happens like with like it's hard to get places like that. If we call right
Mm-hmm.
now, but what happened was somebody canceled and it was like a middle of a week when
Mm-hmm.
they canceled and I was like if you can get these 2 days off work, we can go. And she managed to
Okay.
get those 2 3 days off work and
Mm-hmm.
we sat out there and but the shower, I mean, I just can't not
Yeah.
stand that
Yeah.
smell.
So yeah, I'm used to it. Just I guess I grew up camping in places like that. Any campsite we went, that. Other than that, I think I've had friends who bought cabins out in places where it was sulfur water. So
There's got to
it
be a
doesn't
way to
hurt us. We
stop
don't want to
that.
drink it, but it
I can't
doesn't hurt
stand
us.
it. Like we rented last year, I think around
Uh,
my birthday, was it, or sometime
or there was an
that we
Airbnb
remember the
at
one
the
that was
water
right
too.
there. We had a dock and I fished off
Yeah,
the dock.
yeah,
Okay.
that was an Airbnb that we went to in Ohio,
Yeah.
but
And it had the
Beloit or
prettiest
something like
bathroom.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Beloit. And it had the prettiest bathroom and the
Right,
cutest cabin, but the
right.
water stunk so bad you couldn't take a shower there.
Mm-mm.
I'd have
It
probably
just
smelled better if I fell in that lake and then come out, you know?
Hawking Hills in Ohio is great. That we haven't gone there yet, right? That's one of the places you've been wanting to
Oh,
go
I've
to.
always wanted to go to Hawking Hills.
And I know that
George
there's
and John went there not too long ago and
yeah,
stayed at a real nice,
right. Some lesbian-owned resort out there too.
yeah, cabins, and
Mm-hmm.
they got like hot tubs and all. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, if you want to get together and spend a weekend like that in Hawking Hills at a
Mm-hmm.
cabin in the woods, I'm not much for hiking anymore
Right.
because my
At least
knees
not for a while,
my
huh?
knees are killing me.
Uh,
But if you want to go, I mean, I'm glad to go. We'll
so
pack up
Tracy
some food
said,
like we did.
yeah. Tracy said Laurel Hill Campground had a group cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That would be nice. I was in a group cabin a long time ago with a bunch of women, and what they would do is that they'd all get really, really drunk and high or whatever, and be up late. And so, like by the next day or the day three, they were they were fighting with each other and arguing and having really bad fights and all this stuff. And
Really.
I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. But now that we're all over 60, over 50, over 60, I wonder if it would be a little
Wonder
better
why they're fighting.
because they had no sleep and they were drunk and hungover.
Oh,
I
I
guess,
thought maybe because they were dating
and
each
they were
other's, each
young.
other's, each other's.
Well, who knows?
Probably
I don't
because
know.
I mean, I don't care how much you try to pretend like you're
Hmm.
not jealous and you're not a hater or whatnot. This little grain of that is inside almost everybody, I would say, and it right down to people can be jealous about stupid things like what kind of car you're driving. So they can be jealous about the fact that you're with somebody they used to
Yeah.
be with and now you're happily ever after.
Yeah, and Tracy's saying I tried communal living when I was young and I wouldn't do that again.
Oh, I can't imagine. So,
Yeah, and
like,
that's what
did
I
you have
say,
to
20
share
year
a
olds doing
bedroom
that.
with everybody? Because I don't want to share a bedroom, and
Yeah, but sometimes it's sharing a house and it's all because I have a niece now who shared the house. And, we were visiting when they were sharing that house, the co op in Toronto. And they had it all down and all the rules and how you get along. But I think there's still a whole lot of
glitches.
stuff going on. But
Yeah,
as you're in your 20s and 30s, there is because you're learning how to live with other people that's not your family. We spent 18 years living with our family. Now we're, now you're in your 20s and 30s and living with people who aren't your family, you're like learning all over again how to get along with people. And we do have, oh, okay, see, I can't fight about dirty dishes.
No,
Wow.
no. And I'll tell you, we don't fight about it here neither. I kind of glance over in the sink and see who used the most dishes, and that's whose responsibility it is to clean them up.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm very careful how many dishes I use. Very careful.
And fun mom Lisa says, I can't even stand apartment living at this stage of my life. And is that apartment living sharing with people or just an apartment?
She don't even want to hear nobody walking upstairs above her.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand that.
North Carolina's in the house. I want to read some of the other comments here. Okay, so for mom, Lizzie's saying, I love camping on the Youghiogheny River in Pennsylvania. And there's somebody here that was New York boy moving from Buffalo to Tucson, leaving second or third week September, would love to meet up.
Well, maybe you should message us as you're going through, and
like you would come through.
No, I think he was saying like about going through the Erie direction.
Oh,
so depending on what we were doing, I mean, I love going up to
that
Erie.
would be
anyway.
fun. Yeah, if we go to Erie and Edie can fish in Erie, she got me this wonderful fly fishing suit that I can wear so I can go in the water if it's too cold to go in a swimsuit.
You talk about how femme I am. The waders. Fishing
BFL is asking, do we talk politics here? And
no,
BFL, we don't. We only talk about politics if it has to do with the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, right we don't. But you know what? I gotta love you for even asking.
Yeah,
instead of jumping in here with some hate. That is so sweet of you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, you can imagine. I could give you a hug if I could reach you through this phone, because to come in here and be so nice and just to ask something like that, opposed to just jumping right on it and trying to make everybody hate and all that. I love it. Thank you. Everybody else is loving you too. Look, you if you don't get no politics talk, at least you got lots of love while you was here. I love this couple. Thank you very much, Libby Lee. Oh, you guys are just so sweet. So what else are we going to talk about, honey? Everybody?
I don't know. I do have to say that Edie and I do talk a lot of politics at home, but it's because we're in sync with each other.
Yeah. So and if there's anything that I feel that might be not quite in sync, I don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. Don't talk about it.
She tried to shut me down before I realized, oh, okay, got it.
Something we don't want to go there. Mm-hmm. No, we don't need that. We all settle it when we go up there and go through that gate there and the door, and they give us a piece of paper, and then we check off what we want. That's when it all gets settled. There's no reason that you can just go into that.
Right. This is true. So let's see. Side note, another creator going to a drag rally today in North Carolina. What's a drag rally?
Wow.
I kind of like, because I'm a little confused, because right now we have the Grand Prix happening here. So when I think of drag, I'm thinking of drag racing.
Yeah, but
so if you say drag show, I would
LGBT.
know. Right. If you say drag show, I would know. But when you say drag rally, and I got a little confused.
Thank you, Missy, for loving us.
We were in a parade in the Grand Prix once, remember?
Yes, because I had Minnie, and she was all shiny and new. Let's see, Harris Rally with Queens.
Okay, I see.
Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm surprised. Not that I would. Well, okay, we can talk about that.
For the drag
I'm
rally.
really surprised that Pittsburgh don't have something like that. That would be nice.
I know.
And then we could probably dress up for it.
Yes, we could.
Yes. We'll have to check into that and see if Pittsburgh. Tracy works for that organization that that I'm fond of. So maybe she knows if they're having some kind of drag rally or something for.
Yeah, because that would be fun. Hey, Jasmine says, you two are so cute. My wife and I follow you. Thank you, Jasmine. Where do y'all live?
Hey,
like what state?
Mary.
I don't need the address.
Where you live at? Where you live and what time you want us to come over? What time is dinner? What I really wanted today was some roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, and little broccoli.
That's me, isn't it?
Well, it used to be, but now I needed it out of the crock pot.
It's been 10 years and I'm not your roast beef. And
hi, ladies. New hair. Love your page already. Let's see. Oh, you're new here, not new hair.
Well,
Let's see. I understand. Yeah. Let's see. What brand is your
indoor planter behind
And my
the
herbs. Don't be asking me about my herbs,
Yeah.
girl. Don't ask about my herbs. No, I'll tell you. Right now we have there's tomatoes growing back there. There's heirloom
And they are
tomatoes,
so good.
but they only grow about this big and then they turn red. And the way they turned red was we were out of town and I wasn't here to like keep my eye on them and keep poking at them. So when we come back, they were all red and it was like, oh, so we were able to eat like 5 of them a pair. I mean, when you think about it though, this has to be a hobby because this is not something that's going to keep us from starving. I mean, 5 tomatoes every 6 weeks.
Isn't going to do it. But
No.
yeah, we've got a request here. Can you all say, this is from Steph, can you all say good morning to my sons and wife, Becky, Max, and Dorian? Hey, Becky! Hey, Max!
Good morning,
Hey,
Becky.
Dorian!
Good morning, Max. Hey, Dorian. How you doing?
Happy weekend! Come on back and keep joining us. I like to get, where y'all from, too? What part of the country?
You got Southern on me. You said y'all. Where y'all from? She got Southern from me. She want to know where you guys from. Where you ones from? You ones.
Yeah. I was thinking about this with accents the other day.
Was you?
Because, our 3-year-old got that really strong British accent now.
Yeah,
Neither of her parents do, but she does, growing up in London. And wondering whether she'll lose the accent when they come back to Pittsburgh, depending on what age. Because I thought she won't, but people were saying, oh, yeah, and up until like 5 years old, she can still lose the accent. Well, so I was thinking, and we hear my daughter and her husband, the British accent creep into their talk too, and I don't know if they're aware of it, but we hear it. And so I was thinking, well, there's some places where I go where I pick up the accent, but I realize I'm in Boston all the time. I don't pick up that accent. But if I go Midwest or South, I start talking in that accent. So now I'm curious, why?
Why won't they? I don't know what that means. They won't. But okay, they might have it. Okay, she's talking about the accents.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's
Maggie from the seacoast of New Hampshire. Have you been to New Hampshire and Vermont and Maine? I've never asked before. So that's a New England trip we've got to take.
The farthest I've been is when we went. We went to Rehoboth, and then we went to Maine. Is Rehoboth below Maine? Maine's up high.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Maine is the top.
So as high as I've ever been is Maine.
You have been to Maine?
Just when you took me.
I didn't take you to Maine.
Oh, okay. No, we went to Boston.
Else. That was another Judy.
No, it's Massachusetts, Boston.
Okay.
Boston.
Boston. That's the highest.
The Bel Air school system.
Okay. And Gina is saying we are from Kentucky, y'all. And Maggie, New England is beautiful. It is beautiful. I was there when I was 15. I went up New Hampshire and Vermont and Maine, and then all the way up to Montreal.
If I don't get a job, we're going to have to plan something here pretty soon to do something fun. Judy goes away the end of the month, though. Remember? You're going away for a couple of days. So I'll be here all on my own, tending to the cats. I'm going to be... Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. Cat lady.
We would love to have you here in Maine. So we got an invitation to Maine. Is that what you're saying?
And
that'd be cool.
You got an extra bedroom?
And Meg from New Hampshire is right next to me. Well, they heard that we do threesomes.
Oh, we do not. Well, we might, but we don't. We could, but we won't.
They sure do, but we'll see what the next answer is now that we've carried on.
Now that you invited them into the room, huh? What if we don't want them to come in? What if we get there and they got like 3 eyeballs and 1 tooth?
You mean their dog?
No.
The cat?
Okay. No, I don't know.
You know.
What?
You're not shaking my head.
I know. I'm sorry, Ren. Here. I've been so bad I should eat the banana peel. Invitation reverse. Oh my goodness. New York boy. I don't know. I don't think she reversed her invitation. She just shook her head.
Ren says, my husband is a math professor at U. And wait, what university is that? Because you're in Maine.
I don't know, but while he's at work, I think she's telling us while he's at work, we could do the. Is that what she's saying?
Let's see. Now I'm looking at the picture. Trying to see, because Ren, I don't know, Ren, are you gay? Are you lesbian?
I don't
want
to.
Non-binary?
Stop.
Are you none of those?
Stop. Stop. Okay, okay, congratulations. Let's switch on to another subject here because
University of Maine.
everything is
Okay.
like just causing me to be like stressed.
Stress. Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna talk about now? Anyway, I saw where we got some messages from Gail coming through on my regular thing here. Gail, I can't answer your messages right now because I only can pull up this one little thing here. So I'll check it after I'm done and reverse your messages. Thank
Wynn,
you.
love you, ladies. Hey, Wynn, we really do like the invitation. And someday we're gonna make these trips. We do want to meet everybody.
Yeah, but we wouldn't come and just stay in your house.
No,
We wouldn't do that. But we do know people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know a lot of
Mhm.
people that are looking for places to stay, and they would just jump right on in. And
So here's
next
a
thing you know, you
question
have to
for
try to get
you.
rid of them.
Here's a question for you because I'm the type, and Edie and I are the type that we open our home to, our families and our friends that they can come and they stay and whatever. But I don't know that we've opened our house to stay for people we don't know. But we know people who do. They meet them and they don't know who need the place to stay. They open the home and say, "Yeah, stay here." And so I'm curious, who would do that and who would not do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, certainly part for me is safety.
Right.
But besides safety, it's kind of like I want to know who's staying.
You're right. And I'm afraid that if you let somebody look, heck no,
not these days.
No way. There was okay. Wesley said no way. New York said heck no. Crazy Mary said
Airbnb for 3 days. I'm not sure if that's if that's my question or something
Senior
else.
Banana said definitely not.
Safety.
Crazy Mary said she would. Okay, Mary, where you live? And then but Mary crazy. I mean, we all know this. So yeah, it ain't even like we got to wonder if she's crazy. Okay, I normally would not have worked
being mental health and in the prison system.
That was Ren. She says, I normally would not. Right. I have worked in the mental health and prison system. And then Crazy Mary, I'm very disabled. Well, Mary, I don't know, but don't let people stay at your house. Let's see.
Love the animal says nope. And Ren says, you ladies are not strangers. Okay,
okay,
well,
that's different.
That.
That's different.
Right.
Let's see.
Crazy Mary, have a baseball bat.
I got one too. My arms are too weak to lift it.
Well, because what I'm thinking, we meet women, and even from the festival, we come across women who don't have a place to live and they're looking for a place to stay, but they don't want to stay long, and they're not saying I got money to pay.
Yeah,
they just need a free place to stay for a while, and then they'll move on. So they're not going to be intrusive and stay for too long or whatever.
Well, I don't even think they say they're moving on, but their history, their pattern, has been where they'll stay for a couple of weeks or so and then move on, or the winter if you're in somewhere where it's really nice and warm. But if it's cold, they're not. Look, she said no.
But why I'm asking also, what I'm thinking about is like we see a lot of people in tents now, living in tents in the city, right? So homeless, and it kind of occurred to me that in the old days that we learned about in the 1800s, they were mountain men. They were vagabonds. They didn't want to be around society. They wanted to be by themselves, but they could go up in the mountain because it wasn't all cultivated and urbanized and everything. Or the people that were called hobos who traveled across the country back and forth, got a job wherever there was, hopped the trains and everything. And that was just considered normal for that time, depression or whatever was going on, and people didn't have a home. And so I'm looking at now, it seems like there's still people who are wanderers. Yes. They're not people who want a house and stay in one place. They want to wander. They can't sit still. And what do they do now? Because the world isn't made of these mountains where they could just go live in the mountains if they wanted.
And even if you did, it's going to get cold. You got to be able to get food. And I think a lot of times, I don't know, but I think that's considered homeless.
Yeah.
If you're in the woods and
I think so. And so Crazy Mary saying she took everyone in. I'm traumatized by this. So I missed some of your earlier comments then.
Let's see. Let me roll down here, Crazy Mary. Let's see. Thought you were talking about a mini vacation. I think, with us, we have a home.
Somebody said I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Right. And
Yeah.
we're all good. We're all good. We are not
Mhm.
asking nobody to take us in. We got a really nice place to
Oh
live.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I love my truck. She loves her car. She got a great job. I'm like chilling right now until I either find another job or I decide I'm just chilling. So
Right.
we're all right.
So Ren
We're
says
just
I
talking
have
about like
yeah.
other people that we've heard of
Right. Oh
that
yeah.
are
We're not talking
looking.
about us.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yes.
So I have paid for a hotel room for strangers, but you are not coming home with me. Ren said that. Yeah.
Well, see, in the old days, I'm gonna tell you, a long, long time ago, I probably told Judy this story. If I haven't told her, you can like watch her face and let me know if I haven't. So a long, long time ago, long, long time ago, I was probably, I would say, I don't know, 18, 19. And I met this guy, and he had, I can't even remember what kind of car he had because I love cars. He had a Mercedes, but it was a gray, old Mercedes that he had like found it in somebody's barn, right? And got it started, and then he hand painted it gray. And so it had like a little grainy, like it was just, anyway. So I took him home. He spent the night. Anyway, on the couch. He spent the night on the couch. Anyway, the next morning, he asked me what time should he go get his clothes and stuff. And and I was like, "What?" And he was just like, "Yeah." He thought he was gonna like move in, just because he spent the night on my couch.
Must have been a
One
good
night.
couch.
Yeah, yeah, one night on my couch and made him want to move in. And I just had to break it to him. I lived by myself. I was renting off my uncle. You couldn't get any cheaper rent than I had. I paid $65 a night or $65 a month for a 2-bedroom house. What do I don't need no roommate at that price. Yes, not after one night. He sure did. One night on my couch made him. So he wasn't. If he had been talking about maybe a roommate where we could share rent or something, I would have probably did something stupid like, yeah, let's move into a bigger, fancy place,
Uh-huh.
where we could both have our own room. And
So where did you meet him again?
oh, I don't even know.
That's okay. I'll look at the YouTube episode later and see what so okay, when I was in my 20s, I had a friend who said, "Hey, why don't we go to P-Town for vacation?" No, Provincetown. I never heard of Provincetown, right? I was newly out, and she
Right.
said, "Oh yeah, it's a gay town in Cape Cod." And neither of us had a car. She said, "Oh, well, there are always people who are paying people to drive their car for them." So we found a company, where somebody needed a car driven from Pittsburgh to Boston, and then we can take a ferry to Provincetown. Okay, this is the kind of neat stuff we do in our 20s. We don't have money and we're adventuresome. So we were there and we got a hotel room. And then we each just went on our own way to enjoy Provincetown and the beach and whatever we were doing. Right. And then,
Whatever you were doing. What were
yeah,
you doing?
I was writing my
Enjoying the
plays.
beach? She was enjoying the beach. Okay,
I
go
was
on.
writing my plays.
For anybody that wants to give me
She
a
was
hard
out
time about my
cruising.
couch, go ahead.
so so then one night, I'm asleep at the middle of the night after midnight, and my friend comes in and says, "Hey, Judy, I met a couple women at the bar. We were all drinking together, and they don't have a place to stay. So I gave them our address that they could just stay here. You're cool with that, right?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, fine." And so later in the middle of the night, these two women came, and we put a mattress or something down on the floor for them to sleep on, and they slept there, and we slept. We were sleeping, and it was like that was cool. That was fine. But I wouldn't do it now. What's
Nope.
the difference?
I think because there's so much heroin now and fentanyl and all that kind of
Okay, you
stuff.
think
People
that's
are
what it is? Because they were
seriously,
just drinking then. They
yeah,
weren't like,
people are seriously on drugs now, and they'll like, you go to sleep, you wake up, your whole TV would be gone.
or your kidney.
Oh my God, not my kidneys. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, mine are weak. They're weak. You don't want my kidneys. They're weak and worn out.
And
I You better make me drink some cranberry juice for about a week before you can have them.
so Chris had been saying here all along that we're inviting everybody to our home here now
We
and on
are.
our live.
Oh,
We
okay,
got,
that's
and
different.
I'm saying, welcome all new followers. Welcome in their home on here.
Yes, yes, we do, but you're not here. You're here, but you're not here. Yes, and we do have a pretty comfortable couch, but no, you can't stay on it. Let's see. How old are you? I'm 65. Well, I'm getting ready to turn 65, and Judy is
He's
right
getting
now.
ready to turn 63.
Yeah, she says, but I think she's really 64.
No, you were
But
born
her
3 years.
birthday is on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
August the 11th is Judy's. If you're looking for our what do you call that thing? Our post office box. It's 131 Wilmerdine, Pennsylvania. And if you look
Mm-hmm.
on my profile, it's right on there. On my profile on TikTok, it's right on there. So maybe you could send Judy a cool birthday card.
I'll let I'll let you read what Brenda said.
Let's see. Brenda says, when I was 18, I picked up a guy on Halloween, that bad sign right there, and a boy
And
did.
boy, did he have.
Oh my God. Look, he's now, I didn't, I don't know. I think that was borderline getting ready to,
Put us in TikTok
you would
jail.
get ready to put us in TikTok jail. This thing came up on the screen.
Really? It was that close, huh?
I don't understand why, because I didn't think that was bad.
No, no.
That's okay, Brenda. We've been there
I
before.
hope not.
You know, I mean, well, that's why we have our YouTube channel going too. So just in case, thank you. Just in case we end up in TikTok jail, our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
So here's another thing that happened.
So wait a minute. Wait,
Okay.
wait. I gotta ask Brenda.
All right.
You know, without us going to TikTok jail.
Uh-huh.
So how long did he stay, Brenda? Did you just send him home, or did he stay for a while?
Did he like your couch?
Did he did he change his post office box? Do your kids call him daddy? Tell us about it, Brenda.
Oh my God, I hope not. Okay. No, she's still answering. They're not getting us kicked into TikTok jail. Fast, gone, gone.
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks. No way I had no breakfast. Oh my God. You know?
So another thing that happened is when Edie and I came and bought this house, I kept another house because it was paid off and we're getting it ready to rent out. And so we hired somebody to paint it. And it was the same guy who was taking care of painting our new house. You know, he didn't paint himself. He hired people, his crew to do it. So I went to the other house where the guy was painting it. And he was just going to stay there and stay overnight and get the job done because somebody was getting ready to move in. Well, I went there and there was that guy and there was his wife and there were his 2 kids, little kids.
And when she came home and told me, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so they just said, well, yeah, they, you know, they're just all staying here while we paint. We don't have a place to stay.
This man, a painter, brought his children and his wife to our empty house to paint during the night, and his kids stayed there. They had like pallets they were sleeping on, and it was like too expensive for them to drive all the way back where they were living from.
Right.
So they just stayed there in the house that was our house, and it was just weird. I told Judy, I told her, oh, you better be careful, because those are probably the kind of people that we're going to have to call the police or burn the house down to get them out. You know, but they did leave. They left on it. But I really did. I was afraid they was in there to stay.
See, and I was, and I just looked at this and I just thought, okay, you know, he brought his family with him, the 2 little kids, and they're just going to stay. Well, he's going to get the house painted, and they take care of, you know, what we need to take care of. And I trusted them, and I thought, you know, even though he said they lived too far away, I mean, his wife and kids weren't helping him paint, so they didn't have to be there with him. So I just figured they didn't have a place to stay.
They were moved in. That's almost what they was doing.
And so, but he was going to get paid right away.
Jimmy, you show up and there's toys in the yard, you're in trouble. You know, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Think people are daring.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
That person said, glad they left. And I mean, I really literally had no problem with it.
Don't you think they could have stayed and it could have been like a big major thing to get them out?
Then I would have learned my lesson. And then that would have been a shame, because then other people who would be honest about it and just needed a place to stay overnight till he got his cash for painting and they move on wouldn't get that opportunity.
I was afraid of the fact that anybody could get hurt there.
Yeah.
They're not, you know, I mean, they weren't renters.
Mm-hmm.
and they probably didn't have no, what do you call that, work insurance. Like
Yeah.
OSHA wasn't checking on the situation. OSHA definitely was not checking on that. I mean, sometimes the government can be a little bit much in the
Yeah.
situation, but I really don't think you should bring children on jobs. I mean, but they were
But the thing
they were
is-
basically good kids though. They didn't like
Oh yeah,
break the windows
they
and
were yeah.
that's what I thought. New York, I thought they was squatting too. I thought they was too. And we paid them to squat. You figure we paid the rent, we paid for them to be at the house painting, and I guess they got, especially if they toilets. Oh my God, toilets got
Yeah.
clogged. They could do all kind of stuff. Stop it. But anyway, everything's
But
okay
yeah,
now.
it
They
was
did
okay.
get out.
I felt I trust him, and I knew that the guy who hired the guy, I think he knew, but he didn't tell me because they didn't expect me to go by and
Right.
see this.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it was
I
like-
know it had to shock you though when you walked in there and there's a man, a woman, and kids all in the house. Good thing they didn't
I
have
want
like
to go and
beds
check
set
in
up.
with him and make clear that he knew what we wanted and all of this.
Yeah,
And so,
what needed
yeah, they didn't
painting.
expect me to come by. The guy who contracted them didn't expect me to come by.
Yeah, surprise,
But-
surprise. Yeah, I was
But
surprised.
the guy who
I didn't
contracted
expect
them
her-
had hired good people
Yeah.
who did good work, and
Yeah.
I trusted him. And so this guy who painted the house, he did good work, and
Yeah.
just the fact that he
Well, he
was
could take his
willing to
time.
work 24/7 to get it done in time too,
That
and he
is
did a good
suspicious.
job.
That's suspicious.
Yeah,
He
well,
didn't-
because they had no place to stay, he needed money.
Right.
But the thing is, it did all turn out
It
good,
did turn out good.
and so I'm glad that
Yeah.
I didn't balk at it and make them leave.
Do you think we should invite him over to do
No,
anything
I
else?
think no, I think that's fine.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Have you both lived in Pittsburgh your whole life? No, I'm originally from Ohio. Judy is from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So she found me over in Ohio and then drugged me across the border so she could love me forever and ever. Huh.
Something was meant to happen, as they say, because after we were dating, and Edie said, "Well, how about I'll move in with you in Pittsburgh when I get a job?" And do you know, the next day she had a job. She didn't think she would, but boom, there, she just thought she was coming up to just take a look at the place to see if she'd want to apply. And they said, "Okay, you start on Monday at this time."
And it was like, wait a minute.
They didn't even tell her what they were paying her yet.
Right. And then they wanted to pay me enough that it was like worth it, you know, and the benefits were great. You
And
know?
the thing is, Edie had looked for a job at that place a year earlier before she was ready to, move to Pittsburgh. And, they never had a job for her. So now it was like, well, so talk about meant to be.
Thank you very much for getting the taps up to 30,000. Thank you, Sweet Marie, for encouraging everybody to tap your screen. Tap, 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 tap your screen, because tapping is clapping. And you're having a good time. You got up this morning, you watching us,
This
you're
is
having
on TikTok.
fun.
I don't think anything will
Yeah.
happen if you tap your screen on
Don't
YouTube.
tap your screen on. If you do, just don't tap
if
it
you're
hard.
watching on your TV, don't hurt that TV screen.
But you know what? On YouTube, what it's nice is if you minimize the chat and you click on the thumbs up, and it gives us thumbs up over there. So please do that too. It always helps the algorithm, which I think is such a weird word. Don't you think algorithm is a weird word?
Algorithm.
Algorithm. Algorithm is something when your head
Now,
hurts.
because I'm a word person, you got me curious. I
Don't-
have to look up where it came from.
Algorithm means your head hurts, huh? Anyway,
So-
now let's see.
Now, so New
You're
York boy
unemployed.
saying now you're unemployed, got to move back to Ohio.
That's a thought. No.
Uh,
I helped pick this house out. I ain't leaving here until they drag me out. No. Only way I'm leaving here is if we move over to some place that's closer to the water. I would really like to be on the water. I have a feeling before I go, I'll find it.
Y'all have a place on the water.
Yep. Yeah, I know that's right. Ain't it? Ain't going nowhere. And a damn place. I'll be right here. That's one reason let your toenails grow. Let me kisses. so they can
So if
dig
I
into
want
the
you to
closet.
move out, or you're talking about you wanting me to move out?
No, either or. But if you want to stay somewhere, let your toenails grow so they'll dig into the carpet and they grow. So they'll dig into the carpet And when they try to drag you out,
they
they just
can't
rip them.
get you loose from the carpet. It's like
That's
moving
right.
our, like taking our cat Bill and trying to carry him upstairs.
That's right.
It's like,
You know, don't put any lotion on the bottoms too. That works like Velcro. Edie, will there be
She will be there with Judy, the baby alligator, and her
bidet?
bidet.
You're right.
New York boy said, I helped pick our new home in Arizona. The backyard is a view of the Twin Peak Mountain.
Oh, that's nice. Actually,
That's nice.
I mean, this wasn't the house I wanted, but it's a very nice house, and I've gotten used to it. We wanted one on one floor, so I didn't have to get up and down the steps and all that. But this turned out to be a really nice house because it's nice and big and got lots of space. I was looking about my plants behind us, and you were talking about my herbs. We're growing basil. The basil's huge. Let me see if I can show you the basil.
Yeah, so these are, it's a new thing that Edie got into.
This. Yeah, this basil here is huge. That's basil. And then those are tomatoes. There's some other basil. And this is lavender.
Now, I really like the lavender. I put that in my coffee, actually.
Oh, and this one here, this is growing for the boys. This is catnip.
The boys, if you don't know, are Bill and Apollo, the cats.
I'm getting me some refill on my coffee here.
So Wesley's saying I love basil and lavender. Yeah, so I've been making vegetarian meals for myself. And I would make it for Edie and me. She can always have it as a side dish. She likes meat for her main meal. But I've been putting tons of basil in everything. And it's just so good to have fresh basil. And one of the things, I've always told Edie that my fantasy had been to grow herbs on the windowsill in the kitchen. But it's not that I lose interest. I get busy with so many things I don't make it a priority. And then out of the blue, Edie's got a mint plant outside, huge mint plant, really expanding. We're trying to keep it contained. And then she grows all these herbs here in the house. And then went to a place where we saw mint being grown outside this restaurant, but they were chocolate mint, lemon mint, orange mint, and so Edie got a bunch of those and we're growing them here.
I was sniffing them all, and then the guy comes out of the restaurant.
How lucky am I that, I don't have the patience because I put so many projects on myself. So many fall through the cracks, but here Edie great.
So got a great. I put another one of these arrow gardens upstairs, and last night I planted what do you call that stuff? Oregano and thyme and another one. I think I'm going to pick up another one of these machines today because somebody in Squirrel Hill has one, and she wants $45, but I think I'll be able to get it for at least maybe $35.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a ton of mint. We were going to do, what time is it? Oh, yeah, we don't have time today. We were going to do, remember you were going to
make the lemonade.
And
then I was going to have some
put a bunch of mint in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
mint. I know chocolate mint. Yes. Can you imagine that?
Oh, my God, that chocolate mint smelled so good. But I bought some, and I'm growing some. It might have passed away now, but I have another huge thing of mint out in the yard there that has little stakes in it telling you what kind they are. And that chocolate mint smells like a junior mint. Yeah. Junior mints or Andy's
somebody
candies.
was asking if it smells like chocolate mint ice cream.
Yes, better. It was so intense. And you could smell the chocolate and the mint. You get a chance to get your hands on some of that chocolate mint.
And so it's nice when you come into the house and you smell basil or you smell mint. To go outside because the mint's right outside the front door.
See, I never smell it out there unless I rub it.
Yeah. So Sweetie Marie saying I was vegetarian for 2 years because of my, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was an illness, but it actually made my symptoms probably worse. So, I didn't know there was chocolate mint either. This is Velma's thing.
I didn't know that there was like an orange mint and a strawberry mint. I bought a whole bunch of different. Now they're not as intense. Maybe next year when I buy some, maybe I'll buy them like at a different.
They're grown. Edie had them here in the house with this garden, but then she took them outside and I
had them out in the house here, and they was looking pretty sickly, like they wasn't getting enough light and everything. Man, I took them babies outside, and they're just getting it. I have them in a huge pot though, because mint is a viney thing, and if you let it get out of hand, it'll take over. So right now, I could probably go online and offer free mint again to my community. I did that, and like people came and picked it up in the driveway. And
Yeah. So, yeah, we saw you sent us some sunshine.
thank you very much. You
Thank
are my
you.
sunshine.
So I probably didn't tell you, but I love using these fresh herbs when I cook. Just
Yeah.
love it. And somebody asked if I'm a vegetarian, and it's like I'm not. I would like to be a vegetarian, but if somebody cooks, I'll eat what they cook. And so, Edie makes this great bean dish and puts this
Ground
put
turkey.
some ground turkey in it. I mean, if she makes it and I don't have my other meal to eat, and I'm eating, it smells so good.
Yeah, well, we
I
ate this bean dish that I made probably almost 2 weeks
It
because
had beans and meat in it.
yeah, beans and meat and
It was
onions
really
and green
tasty.
peppers and red peppers.
Must have been the brown sugar in it.
Oh,
huh?
and brown sugar, yeah. And I mean, it was just and some onion powder and little salt and
Yeah.
pepper. I mean, it was just a bean mixture that I made. And man, we were supposed to be making it for our camping trip. We ate one pot of it. So I hurry up and like the juice that was in the bottom of the pot, I added more beans and more stuff to it and cooked it up again. And this time I had to put it in containers and freeze it so we would
Before
have
we
some.
ate it up
Yeah,
again.
so we'd have some for our camping trip. I forgot I got that butter saved too. We should have bought brownie mix to make more
Ah, okay.
or chocolate chip cookies or something.
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, love
I mean, when
y'all, my
I
kind of people.
I make egg whites in the morning and I put fresh basil in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With
Yeah.
all this, with this big bush of basil. How many bushes does it take to make bush basil? I don't really like that one stuff too. That what do you call it where you make the basil and the olive oil and stuff. Maybe we should try to make some.
What's that? What do you mean?
What's that stuff where you take the basil and chop it up in the olive oil and you put it on toast or on bread?
Pesto?
Yeah, pesto. I don't really like pesto.
Yeah,
but
I'm not crazy about pesto.
maybe if we make our own.
Well, that could be.
Maybe with our own garlic and our own, and maybe a little lavender in it, you could probably make something kind of creative. Since, it doesn't cost you any money to try.
That's true.
When there was a mad rush on
it's like I had to buy fruit this month because last month, all through July, we had tons and tons of berries from the yard. And so I was just putting berries in everything. And now all of a sudden, like the berries are gone. But this is what my point is. It's really nice growing our own food and being able to use that.
So senior banana lady, let me tell you, I'm probably going to see you this Wednesday over at the senior center for our little senior hangout and coffee. So if you want some basil, let me know, and I'll snatch you off a big old bundle of this. And you can't have none of them. Can't have none of the tomatoes because those are few and far between. When they start turning red, we get excited.
Oh, New York boy, the new house had a grapefruit tree. That would be so cool.
So
I love
wait a minute.
Grapefruit.
Where are you moving to?
Arizona.
I thought he was leaving Arizona and going.
No, leaving Buffalo, New York, and going to Arizona.
Oh, okay. Wow, they grow grapefruit trees in Arizona. Seems like it's so dry there.
Well,
let's see.
I don't know.
I love.
Well, and they're different. Well, they're going to Tucson. You're going to.
Well,
right?
we have basil and mint. Whichever one she would want. All she has to do is say, Edie, can I have some basil? Edie, can I have some mint? And I'm bringing it. Same with you, Tracy. If you're out there, if you need any basil or mint, let me know because I got it.
And then there was something else here. Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
Oh, that chimichanga or chimichurra or.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it, Jen, but yeah, that would be cool because I like. This is CHMICURRI. I've always seen it spelled. I see it in recipes, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But I like that. I've had that on my salads, and I like it.
Huh. Yeah, we need more ideas on what to do with basil and mint. We had so much tea there for a little while.
Yeah. Well, we'll make them. Well, lemonade. We're going to make lemonade and put fresh mint in it, but we also can just heat up water and steep fresh mint in that and make some iced tea.
That's good. We should do that today. Make some tea.
Yeah.
Because
it's actually very easy, very quick to do, and it's very nice. And then all evening, sitting here and
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri.
Chim
And
chimmy
chim chimity chim chim churri. Good
Salsa. Salsa.
Mhm.
We can make
Mhm.
salsa. That would involve like tomatoes and that sounds like work. It sounds like non-alcoholic mojitos. Now we're talking. I saw something. Okay, this is where I might end up in TikTok jail. So if I do, it's been a really, really nice time with you guys. You know, I saw it now. Can't remember. This drink came up on. If it comes up on Facebook, it ought to be okay, don't you think? I ought to be able to talk. It's a
Facebook doesn't
drink.
put us in jail like TikTok does.
It was a drink,
Mhm.
and it's a non-alcoholic drink,
Mhm.
and it's sold at the alcohol store,
Mhm.
and it's some kind of drink. Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's like a day's. I believe they call it a Delta drink, and they had it in light, and so a lot of the people were having this refreshment during the
Yeah.
summer here instead of drinking alcoholic drinks.
Okay. I
Yeah,
don't know what you're talking about, but
I don't know how to say it without getting in.
Oh,
You
mint
know,
basil lemonade with lavender.
mint basil. That makes a
Mhm.
good tea, huh? You know, that does sound pretty good.
Mhm.
Maybe we should just try it. It
Mhm.
doesn't cost anything.
Mhm.
Let's see. What time is it? I got
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I could make you a cup of it right now. What do you think?
What?
I'll turn the hot water on. Talk while I put the hot
Okay.
water on.
You're gonna put the hot
You
water
can
on.
talk
So
about Lisa's
this
book
is
if you want.
about what, honey?
Oh, talk about whatever you want.
About so now's a good time actually if you got some more questions for us because we've been kind of talking about this and that and different topics. So if you've got some questions, we could answer questions. Somebody did ask how our camping trip was, and it was good. So we used to camp in the back of a pickup truck. This time we camped in tents on the ground with cots in there, and I actually did really good with that. But Edie had some trouble with her back. So spicy little Italian, I just realized your name. How long have you been together? We met about 10 years ago at a women's music festival, and got married about 3 years ago. So how about some other? Let's see. Is Edie's name short for something? This is Senior Banana Lady. Edie can come up with the creative answers for you, Senior Banana Lady. Let us think about it and tell you tomorrow. So let's see. Okay, Edie, throw me out some topics because otherwise I'll start talking more about Lisa Vogel's book. Edie disappeared on me. Here's something. I want to show you that photo again. Women building stuff. Page 19. I don't know how well you can see this picture because she took it from 1970s. And it's women building stuff. And you see this woman over here, her arms way up in the air, swinging a really heavy hammer. What are those hammers called, Edie? That's like,
Baby, can you reach this for me?
okay, then you got to come here on screen. Come on back here on screen and I'll reach whatever you want me to reach for you. Thoughts on getting married on Black Friday?
Let's see. Thoughts on getting married on Black Friday. Well, where you doing it? Walmart? I mean, you want to hurry up so you don't miss out on any of the deals. But I guess you can do it all online. How old are you? Is your honeymoon like really important to you? Because if you were going to get married on Black Friday, I would suggest get married and then lay in bed with your phone and just order a whole bunch of junk. Whatever you didn't get for a wedding present or, you know.
I'm going to run out and get you some more mint because you did like half a thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Judy's running outside get some more mint. She felt like I didn't bring enough. Let's see. I have a friend getting married on Black Friday, but I can't leave my family to go to the wedding. Oh, I don't know. Why would you? Does your family do something special on Black Friday? Me and my daughter used to love Black Friday. Something special on Black Friday? Uh-oh. Me and my daughter used to love Black Friday. Oh, you know what? Judy's phone just picked up and it can hear me. You know why? She has Bluetooth headphones or hearing aids. Let's see if I can make this. There we go. She has Bluetooth hearing aids, and so they must have disconnected while she was outside, and now she can't hear nothing. No, she can't hear me. Let's see. Judy, your hearing aids must have disconnected, so your phone came on. So, okay. So
Okay.
I turned the volume down. So now,
Right.
okay, I hear the water boiling.
Okay, I didn't bring in more mint because that would take a lot of work picking up
I
there. So
I
it's
picked
not
it
good.
from that new palette
Yeah.
on the top.
Oh,
So,
okay.
okay.
Anyway, I'll let it go because
Thank you.
my being helpful doesn't help when you already know what you're doing. Okay, I have a friend. You read this already? I have a friend getting married on Black Friday, but I can't leave my family to go to the wedding. So, let's see. Today after Thanksgiving and in a different state. So, did you guys talk about that already?
I don't know.
About getting married on Black Friday? Here we go.
Here's
So, Edie got
basil.
the mint in
You go
there.
ahead and keep talking about what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking for some questions for here because otherwise I'll just keep talking about this and camping in Michigan and all that
Here's
jazz.
some lavender. I'm gonna go rinse it, even though it's right.
Yeah, you know what?
Here's some with the flour. Is the flour on the lavender okay to put in tea?
That I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, we're trying to think. Well, it's not like anything bad going to happen to us.
Right.
So what we have like a tumbler that has a case inside that you can put all the herbs and berries and everything, and then it steeps in the water. But I've been putting the lavender leaf just in my coffee cup, so of course it always comes into it.
And here's the
Yeah, Black
basil.
Friday is not what it used to be. I don't understand
It's
about getting
not.
married on Black Friday. Why? I mean, did they choose it because it's Black? Yeah, and then they choose it because it's Black Friday, or just because that happened to be the date that they were getting married on? Ooh, what is that?
Basil.
Ooh, oh, so you're doing the basil and the mint and the lavender. See, I lost track already. Senior banana lady, that's what I was talking about, an infuser. That I've got to start using that with all of these for my water, and I think that would be really good. Um, what's really cool about these herbs, here, Edie's going to show you more of what.
No.
Oh, okay, what's really cool about these herbs is I would go to coffee shops or I would buy a coffee and say it will have lavender in it or it will have, some of these other exotic herbs mixed in the coffee for flavor. And that's really neat. Now, if we have this wonderful O&M coffee and I'm putting these different herbs in.
Here's my hot water.
There we go. Edie's cooking. We're going to have iced tea later today.
Well, right now we're just steeping it.
Okay, let's see. They're having their bachelor party on Labor Day weekend. So like maybe the things of these holidays, maybe because they get off work. Who knows? Because having anything on a holiday at a hotel, I think it's more expensive. So
I don't think Black
I don't
Friday
know.
is a real official holiday for a hotel.
No.
I think that's a special holiday for people like me. That love
You know
to
what?
shop.
When you were doing this, it did remind me of something. So Edie's making this iced tea. So then,
We're
do
making
you
hot
let the
tea right
water?
now.
Yeah, we're gonna drink it hot, or is the idea to
I'm
turn it
making
into
it
iced
hot
tea?
right now
Oh,
so that
okay.
all of our people that are sitting here that suggested
They
this
want
can
to see
taste.
how it tastes.
Mhm.
Okay, so we gotta let it steep. How long do we need to let it steep for?
Well, we still got some time on the.
Yeah. Okay, that
Okay,
looks
so you
great.
just talk and.
So I always think about when we made iced tea, we had this filled with hot water and then put a bunch of ice in it. Do you know what that made me think of?
No.
What's the thing I was telling you the other day where they have this, the polar plunge?
Yes.
What's the other word for it?
I don't know.
Ice plunge. My
Oh,
niece and her fiance invited me to go do the ice plunge with them, where you go in the tub. It's in the tub and this water is cooled down.
okay.
The water cooled down to 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a name for it. Come on, y'all know this.
Anyway,
It's
it's
a
just an
spa
ice
thing.
bath. It's an ice bath. And a lot of the
Yeah.
football players and athletes do them because they help their muscles and stuff. So what we're going to switch over to right now is,
Ladies, did you guys come out later in life or earlier?
so I came out late in life. I knew who I was. We'll talk real quick on this.
Okay.
I knew who I was as a young person. I was probably, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years old, and I knew that there was something a little bit different of me than there was of my friends.
Mhm.
I knew that I loved my corduroy pants and my cap gun, and all this stuff made me happy. Um,
Blue jeans and sneakers,
yeah, and
and
it,
my brother's hand-me-down clothes.
and I would cry if I had to wear a certain dress. It just broke my heart. But with growing up like I did, we grew up where we went to church every Sunday, and every Sunday you wore a dress to church. You just didn't even think of saying, "Can I put pants on to go to church?" That was just the way it was. That's funny to even think about. So I lived my life trying to be as straight as I possibly could. At the age of 20 or so, I got married, and I got married to a man because the right thing, according to my religion and my mother and everybody, was to live a straight life. Now they all knew. My mother knew that I was gay. Um, we never discussed it, but she did tell me she didn't care what color the man was that I married, as long as it was a man. So I lived my life trying really hard, and I,
Trying really hard to be straight and do what you're supposed to do.
right.
Mhm.
And I was lucky enough that my husband cheated on me. So when he cheated, that allowed me the freedom to get out of it. And because I was very unhappy. I was faking it, just faking it. So um, thank God that ended.
Yeah. And then you were
So,
able to come out and start pursuing and figuring out who you
and
are and
right,
what you
living my
wanted.
life, the life that I am intended to live.
And I would say I came out early in life, but early for me means young adult. I mean, I always knew also that I was gay. I mean, 4 years old, I was head over heels in love with my babysitter because she was so beautiful, and she taught me how to read. Hand-me-down clothes. I was the youngest. I had my sister and my brother. I waited for him to outgrow his clothes. I didn't want her clothes, right? And came out around 18 or 19, and that was just after high school, and I was out on my own and going into adulthood and could go and start pursuing the life I wanted to pursue, started finding the gay bars and all of that. But what I'm thinking now, when you say, did you come out earlier or later in life? I mean, people are coming out as teenagers now. That I consider early in life. People are coming out when they're in grade school and they tell their parents they're gay, and the parents like, yeah, we know.
Uh-huh.
That I'm thinking is early. So that's just incredible to me.
Right. Now, see, I
Yeah.
didn't have an older brother to wear his clothes, but my mother was a cleaning lady, and the people that she worked for had a son, and they would send home his clothes. And I would be so happy to have that tank top and the
Yeah.
shorts and stuff, that they would send home. So it was just how we were and happy.
Yeah, well, one
Um,
of my stories when I was 7 years old, I was playing on this slide. My parents were living, it wasn't at home, we were traveling somewhere. I was playing on a slide, and it was a rusty slide, and I fell and I injured myself right on my chest, and it ripped the shirt I was wearing. And my mother was all concerned because, oh my God, are you bleeding? How deep is this cut? And only thing I was upset about is that I knew she wasn't going to let me wear this shirt anymore. The first hand-me-down shirt I got from my brother, and it was perfect. It was button-down shirt. It was a boy's shirt. It made me feel strong and rugged. And it's like I knew, which is probably why I was going crazy on that sliding board and not sliding down it, but climbing around it. I was upset because I knew she would never let me wear my favorite shirt again.
right. So Judy, I'd say she came out a lot younger. You came out officially by the age of 18,
18,
19.
19, yeah.
Right. And I didn't come out till I was in my 40s. And then I still didn't run around with a pride shirt on. I managed to attend a few gay, uh, and I had a lot of gay friends, but I wasn't out there, doing my screaming from the mountaintops because I hadn't gotten comfortable with who I was and what was going on with me. So, I did divorce, and I do have two wonderful children
Yeah.
that love me and love their dad. Their dad and I ended up being friends right till the end. He passed away the end of last year. So, he
Yeah, I
always
met him
was
too. We got along really well.
right,
It was nice.
because we both realized that our lives were not what we wanted.
Mhm.
He wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And so when we both ended up being out of it and being happy with who we
Mhm.
were and what we decided to have in our lives, but we still ended up with two great kids, it was good.
And when I think about it, I mean, if you and he were really young when you met, you kind of like grew up together.
Right.
That's friendship that you keep. I mean, okay, so Mary Maria Zapata here is saying I came out at 26 years of age in the closet for the first 15 years of marriage. I'm 71 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I understand because
Mhm.
during the time that you came out and everything, it was just not cool. I
Right.
mean, yeah, we are
Right.
who we are. And I am so blessed that, my children have accepted who I am and they accept Judy and she's all part of our lives and I'm all part of theirs. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Christmas comes, we get really cool gay gifts. They give us t-shirts that, are pride t-shirts and
Mhm.
all kind of quick,
Oh yeah,
cute
Jen
details.
saying I'm glad you were able to find your happiness and keep your family. And Jen, that's a really important statement
Right.
too, because um, 1980s, I would know a woman who came out and she divorced her husband, and she said, "Oh, I'm just gonna let him know." And I said, I said, "You got kids. You make sure everything in a divorce and everything is final before you let him know anything, because he'll use that against you and take the kids from you." And she said,
Right.
"What?" And I showed her all these cases. So even in the 1980s, the court would take kids away from gay parents, and um, and I've known lots of parents. So some of you on here may also have had this experience yourself, right? It was the court would side with the straight parent no matter what, and the parents would, and then the kids would blame the gay parent too that they
Yeah,
weren't together.
you left me with that
Yeah,
mean person.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, and um, things are so much different now. I mean, in the United States, I have to say, or where we live in the United States, is so much different. So, here we go. I wanted to read some more comments, but
Go
we've
ahead, keep
got,
reading.
well, let's see. I'm glad you're able to, yeah. And then Jen saying, were they always open, and how did your religious family react? So is this a
My
question for
religious
Edie or?
family did not
Yeah.
react good. Um,
Ooh, thank you. Look at this. We got these really cute teacups Edie
my
had
religious
gotten.
family didn't respond good. I mean, I had some of them turn their backs on me, and
Okay.
honestly, those who I put a little Splenda in mine because I like a little sugar in mine. Honestly, those who didn't respond good to me are not part of my world. You
Mhm.
know, um, it would have broke my heart if my children had turned their back on me.
Mhm.
But as far as like Aunt so and cousin so and all that, I don't even know who they are. It doesn't even matter to me. My world is complete with my wife Judy and my
Mhm.
children and her children, and now we have grandchildren.
And let me add something to this. With my parents, they accepted me. I have a lot of relatives who knew and who were trying to give hints to my parents because they accepted me and they figured out I was gay and were trying to let my parents know that it was okay. And so all of that was good. My immediate relatives that I was around were all accepting and loving of me. It's like I'm Judy. But what I have to say is that my mom knew that she had some relatives with their religious beliefs would not accept me. She didn't introduce me to them, and she would have nothing to do with them. So she kind of, I'm 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. She made sure to barricade me from them, which I find amazing. I didn't have to do it for myself. And it just kind of popped into my head as Edie was talking about the relative that she just doesn't let in her life. I didn't even have to make that decision. I was so lucky. So let's see. Oh,
Here we go.
Sweetie Marie working on something for us, a craft
Oh,
for us.
that'd be great.
Okay, so
Look, I
I
got a
would
little lemon
use,
here. I'm
okay,
giving a little bit of lemon in
I'll do
this.
like that. I didn't need to put sweetener in mine, but I'll put the lemon in.
Okay. So what we
Okay.
had here was a little basil, a little lavender,
A
and a little
little mint.
mint, and fresh squeezed lemon.
Okay.
Sounds like something needs a little vodka with it. Let's see what we got
Okay.
here. No, it's okay.
I think it's
Mm,
good.
mm. Let's see what else. What does it need?
I don't know. The blend of flavors
It is very,
is
very
really
good.
good. The
Very,
blend of
very
flavors
good.
is good. Thank you, Edie. This is really nice.
Wow.
Thank
Mine
you for
has,
all of you who said, like, yeah, why don't you make a lemonade and put all these herbs in it and stuff?
mm,
Really nice.
yes, we had a little lemon here to give it a little,
Fresh
that's
herbs,
good.
everybody. Fresh herbs. You can't go wrong with it. Fresh herbs is really nice to have.
It
And
is very good.
despite that, I was never successful in growing fresh herbs in the kitchen. It's because I didn't have the patience to take care of them. But it really is. I mean, I won't say it's easy. I see Edie nurturing these plants. I mean, it's not easy. She nurtures them.
I don't really think I'm
But
nurturing. I mean, I try to cut off some bad ones. Those tomatoes have gotten kind of out of hand, but I don't want to mess with them too bad because the one looks like it's breaking because it's too heavy. So anyway, we're just hanging in there. But I thank you for saying I nurture them.
mm,
This is some good
smells
tea.
good
I know,
too.
you guys are probably like, all we hear is but I'm gonna tell you, mm. You and Claudia will take some basil. Okay,
Okay.
Saturday
We
or
gotta take her.
Wednesday when I see you, I'll bring you some basil. We're going out this morning. We have a brunch to go to.
Hmm.
At it starts at 11. What
Right.
community is it in?
So in Shady Side.
Oh, okay.
So it won't take us very long to get there. Let's see. Donna and Rhonda from second grade, and I am 6 weeks now. Oh, this is something.
Oh,
This is.
a relationship
Oh
of yours.
yeah.
I'm very sorry that you lost.
Right.
Yeah, I
Mm.
I'm very sorry. You know, um,
You know, it makes us all count our blessings even more when we find somebody and we got it. You know, and all the little things that could irritate us, just let them go.
yeah. I mean, well, even like Banana Lady,
Hmm.
she's got her and her partner are older and in a new relationship.
Hmm.
So I'm sure they haven't talked about it to me,
Right.
but I'm sure they also are someone that realizes that some of the little things that irritate you so bad are not worth it
Are not
because
worth splitting
right
up over.
because it's so nice to find someone in our age. I'm not saying you got to
Hmm.
let somebody beat the crap out of you,
Oh no 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 no!
but I'm just
Talking
saying,
about little things that irritate you, like
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, yesterday we went grocery shopping, and you didn't
Hmm.
realize that I specifically buy butter with salt in it
Right.
because if I don't buy butter with salt in it,
Hmm.
it feels like my sandwich feels or whatever it feels like it needs salt. It just
Uh
needs
huh.
salt. It's just nothing. Has to me it has no taste.
Right.
But
And
she likes buying butter with no salt in it.
I always did that on purpose for health reasons.
Butter's not healthy.
Well, salt unhealthier because actually butter I think is healthier than margarine.
That's it. Claudia and you are very blessed to have found each other, and that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying about, um, yeah, or just sweet butter with a little sugar or a little salt in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right, with being older and finding someone and having a relationship with them, some of the crazy crap that would drive you nuts as a 20-year-old, you don't let it
Yeah.
bother you because
Mm-hmm.
you either make a choice, either want to be in a relationship or you want to be alone.
And
And a
I
lot of
don't.
people don't mind being alone because little things drive them crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm thinking is, I don't know about the guys, and you guys can tell us, but I've learned with women, with lesbian couples, that we tend to have expectations where we raise the bar too high. We have these expectations of perfection. I don't know why is it, but it's been noted. It's been a study. The divorce rate among lesbian couples is very high because they have the expectations up here. People have to be absolutely perfect, and we're never going to find somebody absolutely perfect. And so that's why we got to lower that bar and know when we're raising it too high because nobody is going to be absolutely perfect. I don't know why we have that expectation, why we're raised with that expectation, or where it comes from. But we even said earlier, I think younger couples argue and fight a lot more than older couples, because older couples, we've learned our lessons from being
Yeah.
younger. We've learned them. And so we know we know what to let go and what doesn't really matter. And the question is, do we want somebody to be perfect and we'd rather be alone because even we're not perfect? How are we going to be happy with ourselves and we're not even perfect either? Or do we want to be with somebody who just learn to
You're not
accept?
perfect?
Well, I
Or
am in
you
your
tell me
eyes.
uh-huh. Yeah.
But
Anyway,
seriously, I don't know, guys, if you've experienced that in gay relationships or not.
yeah. Do
But
you think they toss them in quicker? Men toss them in quicker than, well,
remember,
and I'm not
yeah.
meaning that like tossing salad kind of junk. I meant
Uh,
toss them in, like, just to say this ain't working and I'm out of here. Do you think men do it easier than,
no, what statistics show, the highest divorce rate is among women. And then
so
I
you think
think
men,
straight couple,
but
and then I think gay couple, gay male couple.
I think gay males don't, I mean, this is what I think. I don't know. I think they're hesitant to go ahead and get married just because it's easier to just kind of chill. Do you think they,
Mm.
let's see, relationships take work? Yes, they do, Wesley. They do take work, so you can't just jump in there and, more work than it took for me to make this tea. But I'm going to tell you right now, you guys watched it in the making right here.
Mhm,
Me making tea
mhm,
for Judy
mhm.
was part of me showing her I love her. It showed her that
With
I
the
was
fresh
able
mint that
to
you've
use
grown.
all these ingredients that I've grown right here in the house, except for the lemon, and that's only because we can't, you know,
Mhm.
and being able to bring her a nice cup of tea and make life nice in our cute little teacups that I have collected along the way
Yeah,
to make it nice.
yeah. Jen said, I think a lot of people that stay together long also don't get married. So, and that all varies. I know a couple who said they're not getting married. They've been burned in marriages before, and theirs is the longest relationship either of them have ever had.
Right. Michael
But
bringing you coffee is the same. It's just,
yeah,
telling you,
it is.
I love you.
Mhm. So, do you
Hmm.
know that teacups, I think, are made for a reason, that they really enhance the flavor of tea?
I think the way they fit against your lip makes it so nice. Look. Mm. So,
You know
well,
why I
it's
love hanging
we've
out
been
with
on
Edie so
here.
much? Because she does things like that. And it's like, I don't think anybody else do things like that.
Well, it's probably time for us to call it a day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could sit here and drink tea and coffee for,
Mm.
I'm going to have me a little roll here in a minute.
Yeah. And we
We
do
could,
have a brunch to go to. It's the
yes,
birthday party brunch.
and it starts at 11,
Hmm.
so we don't have
Hmm.
much time to fool around. I can't wait to
Oh,
see
it
what
only
they have.
takes 40 minutes, doesn't it?
Not that fooling around. She didn't mean that TikTok. She didn't mean fooling around, fooling around. You know, she didn't mean that kind, like that one woman that just almost had us put. If you almost get put in TikTok jail like more than once in one like show, we could like be in trouble.
So, everybody, enjoy your no parts.
That's right.
Have a great day. We'll see
Thank
you
you
next
very
weekend.
much. I hate to go. I don't want to go. Here, let's just drink a little more tea.
Okay. We'll just have our tea. I hope you all have some tea, some coffee,
That's
juice.
right.
Good morning.
Remind me, banana lady, to bring you some basil. If you want anything else, I mean, we got a ton of mint. I mean, I got so much mint. If I could just figure out how to sell that stuff, but if I try
Mm.
to sell it, somebody might think I'm trying to sell something else, huh?
Buy my herbs. Buy
Yeah. It,
my
how
homegrown
about if you
herbs.
dry it? Is it any good if you dry it and we put it in containers? Or is mint supposed to be like fresh like
I'm
that?
sorry, I got distracted. Wesley just gave us a title for the episode.
Oh, no parts?
Uh-huh.
No, we've got to come out with something because I was thinking about the one yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought we should have called the one yesterday. How there's so many different types of names for butches, like how we went into like studs,
Yeah.
butch, stems.
Hmm.
They like these young people got all kind of names they call them. What
Hmm.
they call them, all them butch names. You buy your herbs.
Buy my
I'll
herbs.
bet you do. Do you live in Ohio or Ohio or Michigan?
Senior Banana Lady will remind you to bring her herbs.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. It was very nice to see you again. I loved being here.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great week.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, TikTok.